Hi, welcome to this video day, which is on the 7th of August. It's Wednesday. We're just going to be looking at how to make money in the Forex markets right now. And when I say make money, I mean in terms of the higher volatility that we've got. And we've got a lot of volatility, nice big trends. A lot of traders are either intimidated by volatility, or they're too reckless when trading. I just want to go through some tips in terms of trading highly volatile markets. Now, in terms of charts, trade setups, plenty of great risk to reward trades around. We'll go and take a look at them in a moment. Now, in terms of this forecast, it's my 3rd of August. We're only at the end of the first week. Thought I'd do another one today, just simply because the market conditions are so good. And a few people have written to me about 2 previous videos that we did. Said, been tracking your trades and you made thousands of pips in profit pretty quickly. That is correct. And that isn't because we're clever or anything like that. You've got very user-friendly markets. If the volatility was low, we'd obviously be making a lot less or maybe even losing. Now, with highly volatile markets like we've got now, great time to be trading Forex markets. And I think the volatility could stay high for a while or could even increase more. Now, in terms of, just for anyone new watching our videos, our technical analysis, when you see our charts at the moment, it's going to be very, very simple. But we'll always back it up with very simple fundamental and sentiment analysis. And in terms of the way we're trading at the moment, we are just looking to buy safe currencies over risk currencies at any opportunity we can get when we get good technical setup. And I'll explain why this big idea behind our technical trading has worked so well so far and how it could continue to work as we go forward. Now, what we will do is we'll go and take a look at the charts, but please do keep in mind, it is my view as of right now. It can change in line with the market conditions. If you want all our trading techniques, also our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 Forex pairs, you can click on the link beneath this video and you can get live access to our member center. Right, now it's that time of day where I'm going to do my PM update for the member center, so we're going to use the charts from there. Start off with this chart here, which is the USD CN8. So it's the US dollar against the Chinese yuan. And this pair, basically, if you don't trade it, you should keep an eye on it because it's going to dictate what's going on across the whole of the Forex markets. Now, I did outline why in my last video. If you're familiar with the logic behind why we're watching this pair, you just skip forward the next few minutes. I just need to talk about this pair for new viewers and also what's going on in the stock and bond market, which is really helping our view that safe currencies will go up on risk currencies. Now, in terms of the Chinese USD Chinese yuan, see a big move up in the US dollar on the yuan. Why is that so significant? Well, we know there's trade wars between the US and China. Mr. Trump has put tariffs on Chinese goods. Chinese aren't happy. They've decided to fight back, let the US dollar rise on the yuan, and by doing that, they make their exports cheaper. Now, it's a dangerous move. And the reason why it's dangerous is because it exports deflation around the world, which could basically cause recession, and it will force other countries to cut interest rates, to keep up with the Chinese. And you've already seen one big central bank cut rates more than expected yesterday. New Zealand, Royal Bank of New Zealand, that's given our Kiwi trades a really nice boost. So if this pair remains firm, certainly if it breaks out to a new high, you're going to see the move from risk to safe accelerate. If it comes back, then we can use that as a warning sign to possibly tighten our stops or take profit in the trades that we've got on. But it's not looking like the Chinese are going to bring the yuan down. They might. Okay, keep your eye on this contract. It's very important. And also keep your eye on stocks and bonds. We'll just look at them very quickly. And then we'll go and look at some pairs that we're really interested in. Obviously, we like the Chinese one as well. We had a lucky trade in that. But I'm going to go through some more, let's say, traded pairs. Now, in terms of stocks and bonds, you just want to keep your eye on them, because obviously if stocks are going down, that's bullish for safe currencies, as stocks have fallen quite nicely. Okay, if they continue to fall, then it accelerates the move to safe currencies. I'm probably overstressing that. This level here will be a key level where we gap lower. If we get back above there, again, we might reevaluate our view. But in terms of where we are today, we are a bit blue, but it doesn't look a really strong rally to us. I don't think the gap here is going to be filled, and that's because of what's going on here. A lot of Forex traders don't look at the bond market, but it really is fantastic as a warning sign of big moves. And just if you're unfamiliar with it, if this contract is going down, it means the market sees US interest rates going down. But it's a fairly gentle sort of view that they were going down here. But look at that. Just collapses and gap. And we use that big red to basically really ramp up our trades, and particularly our yen longs. It was working really well. This market is looking so weak that will mean if it stays weak, stocks will not be able to rally. If you've got the indication of a recession coming, which the bond market indicates, then stock markets are probably going to sell off. Okay, so that is kind of the big theme that we're looking at. And in terms of when we're saying safe currencies v risk currencies, we try and get the extreme ones. Okay, so the really safe v the really risky. So let's go now and take a look at various trade setups which we think look really good. Let's go and take a look at them. Right, so on the first pair, it's AUD USD. Now I'm not going to be looking at Euro USD in this video. Why? But I've looked at it in a few videos recently. My view hasn't changed. I think the euro is going down, but you do have two safe currencies together, so you're not going to get the big movement which you're going to get in a risk currency via safe. USD is obviously a safe currency. For some reason, the market perceives the euro as a safe currency. So not too much movement in that pair. We're bearish. You go and check out our other videos. But Aussie dollar, risk currency, very exposed to China. Okay, and global growth, which is slowing up. It's not looking good for the Aussie. And also, the Royal Bank of New Zealand cut rates yesterday by more than expected. The RBA will probably do the same. So you've got quite a nice move down. The volatility has been picked up. In terms of our short position, this is this morning. I'll give you the updated chart in a moment. Just up 300 or so pips, okay? And given back some profit. But, in terms of trading long, a lot of traders do this to high volatility, they just want to trade long. Well, you've got to put a stop somewhere. And you're normally going to need at least 100, 150 pips in high volatility. Is it worth it? To trade a counter trend? My own view is no, you may as well stick with the big trend. I wouldn't trade for 100 pip profit. Okay, I'd normally trade for 300 or more, as regular viewers would know. This trade is kind of fitting into the category. And selling the rally back to 68, which is the first resistance level with a stop behind the second, you can get to 60. Well, that's 700 odd pips, isn't it? Now, in terms of the chart, you can see she's a bit blue now. But that move wouldn't concern me. Okay, that's just natural in a highly volatile market. When you had a big trend down, you're bound to get some sort of retracement. So, big picture for this one is still down. USD JPY. This is two safe havens together. Yen being the number one safe haven, but I'm still very bearish of this pair, just simply because the dollar is very overbought on the yen, and it isn't much profit yet at all. It's about 260 pips, which is a lot less than when we're trading the yen on the real risk currencies, which we'll go to in a moment. But it still looks a decent trade setup. And again, I wouldn't trade for 100 pips on the counter. A lot of people say, well, that being a good trade. Well, you're looking at it now after the event. Okay, you could do it in the moment. and risking 100 pips to make 100. No, stick with the bigger trend. So I would sell it back to there, or just take a break of 106. Yeah, long way to go on the downside. 105, then 100 in our view. Could even go to 90 if we get big risk off. So this one doing okay. But yeah, other yen pairs have yielded the bigger profits so far. Last one on this page. USD CAD. Very bearish of the CAD, bullish of the USD. Again, keeping an eye on the big picture because it's quite erratic price movement as we go up. But yeah, I just don't see much downside in the USD, and been patient with this one. It's now finally doing what we thought it would, and let's find it. Yeah, there she is. She's up at 133.22 at the minute, so a bit firmer than today. It's only enough 300 pips. Okay, the stop can now be bought up. All right, stop for us, you know, back behind second level. Yeah, support, not the first level. Also, on the Facebook page earlier, I did a chart of crude oil. I think crude is going to go a long way to the downside. Looks like it's going to have a big meltdown. That's really going to hurt the CAD as an oil exporter. And also, in terms of risk aversion, crude going down is very bearish for risk. Okay, it's going to accelerate safe haven buying. So this one's doing okay. Going to look at some crosses now, and then we'll look at some more USD and JPY pairs, the really volatile ones. So let's just go and take a look at them. So just going to look at two of our favorite long-term crosses. This one is Euro JPY. We've been following it down since the 126 level effectively, with a short bias. Our latest trading at 122.50. We're at 118.87 this morning. So yeah, another 300 pip plus trade, but more to come in our view. You can see my targets 115.50, then 100. And again on this, obviously we do rally back, but yeah, for us, I wouldn't try and catch that. Okay, but it isn't a bad rally. Okay, it's corrected, oversold, hitting here. Now it's come back down. It goes up there again. I'd definitely sell it if I wasn't in. Just sell a break of support. Going a lot lower. Okay, this level here should be really hard to take out. Big level. You see the rejection there. Stop one level back. Big profit potential ahead. The yen is just, well, I'm sure I've said this, it's just bullish on every other currency, longer term in our view. So this one, great longer term trend following trade for us, and another great long term trend following trade before we go and look at some really volatile pairs is this one. And I've mentioned it in numerous videos. Big move down, and it should continue. They're all risk currencies, the commodity currencies, but the Canadian dollar is the strongest of the three. Its exports prices will hold up better in the global economic slow up. And its economy is stronger than Australia and New Zealand, and will remain stronger because Canada's main trading partner is the US, whereas Australia and New Zealand, China. So the big trend is very much down. Okay, and this one just under 400 pips this morning, but the CAD has mounted a bit of a rally. Let's have a look at it. Mounted a nice rally back above 90. Okay, but that's, yeah, it's been a big move down, so you expect some counter. So she's just above the 90 now. She's got to take out this level. Now, if we take out this level here, just come out on the stop. Okay, obviously. And then look to resell, because when you've had decent rallies in the CAD before, you got two of them. One here, she's sold off, and then on that one there, she's sold off. So stopped out. We'd look to come back in favour of what we consider to be, yeah, the really big fundamentals that favour the CAD. Sorry, and a long way to go on the downside. Another 900 pips in our view. Right, let's have a look at some USD JPY pairs that are pretty volatile, and also the GBP, which getting ready for a big move on some risk currencies. Right, just on the chart of the USD against Norwegian krona, minor pair, but a very volatile pair. Regular viewers will know. Doesn't matter what the name of the pair is. Trade high volatility if you can get it. And Norway, basically heavily exposed to global, trade slow up, trade tensions, and also crude oil going down. Now, this trend has been a really great move to the upside for us. And this morning, someone's asked me, is it worth a sell? I'm saying probably worth a buy. And yeah, it has moved strongly, but we're very bearish of crude, so it can get stronger. It could go up, to 10, which is somewhere up here, isn't it? And if you look at it, just find it, USD NOK, she's broken out. Okay, she's off the high, but that's giving you a 4-to-1 risk to reward trade because your first level of support is going to be there now. Second level there can go higher. Yes, it is volatile. It has moved a long way to the upside, but it can go a lot higher. So, yeah, it's worth keeping in mind. A lot of traders intimidated about buying strength after a big move, but looks pretty good. I think hopefully crude melt to the downside as we anticipate. We shall see. Let's move to Kiwi pair, because we're saying in the last video we felt the Kiwi would now start to fall hard like the Aussie, or harder than the Aussie. A nice big red candle today as the RBA cut interest rates, but we did come off the low. Some would say to me today, well, they cut interest rates more than expected, so could be a buy. Well, you could see a little bit of a retracement again, but yeah, once you've cut interest rates, that's going to make your currency far less attractive going forward. And the Kiwi's got a lot of fundamentals against it anyway, so if it does rally, I'd just sell it. Long way to go on downside. Let's just see what it's done this evening. Yeah, it should come off, but this is the level to key off. Okay, it's a big level, 65. She goes down tomorrow, seller. Got anywhere near 65 installed or started to sell off, just sell, because your potential is really good. I've got 60. I'm going to extend that to 50. I'm just so bearish of the Kiwi. Okay. So another nice trend in motion, which we think will continue. What should we look at next? Euro CHF. I looked at this in the last video. CHF is not underrated safe haven. It's a safe haven that I think could really pick up traction, push other currencies down. It's already pushed the euro down. It's quite a gentle trend. But look at the rallies. They're shallow, aren't they? Shallow rallies. Nice big trend. We've been trading it down since the highs. We're short at the moment. If we're stopped out, we just immediately resell because we should go to 108, then 106. So still really good potential downside in this trade. I just sell it on a breakout on lower, or if we popped above this level here, sell back through the level of the 20-day moving average. This one for us going far lower. An illustration of the euro being a bit of a safe haven at the moment. Mentioned it in my last video. Sometimes when you're doing your analysis, you pick out trades and then you decide you're going to put a lot on some and not so much on others. I took this at the turn. I didn't put much on it, a minuscule amount, and I was saying I regretted it in the last video. Regret it even more now. But yeah, a really big move to the upside. Euro acting as a little bit of a safe haven at the moment, as I've said. And the euro could go a lot higher on this one as well. Kiwi, obviously, getting really hurt. Come to the JPY against the Kiwi at the moment. This is AUD JPY. Again, fairly gentle movement. Then you get the acceleration, you get the increased volatility. Again, same scenario, to sell it back to first level resistance. That candle came off it. This one gets up there, it will come off, going down. Monthly support at 60. So another level 100 pips. The yen is strong. It's going to continue to be strong. This one we were waiting on. in the last video to really kind of break down. It's already broken down, but wanted it basically through here. It's now through the level. Okay, it's exhausting off the lows and trying to get back through these two candles here. But again, not much upside. If you believe crude oil is going down, the yen's strong. There's another 900 pips to come in this one. So, yeah, again, I said it in previous video. If you want, you can always just put a little trade in, keep some money in reserve for the pullback. You know, if the pullback doesn't come, you're in. Okay, so I really like the look of that pair. GBP, and I'm saying, felt the GBP would start to firm up the weekend in particular. Got very bullish of the GBP in my video. Now, if you take Brexit aside, and I think the Brexit bearish news is in, okay, GBP is a safe currency against the commodity currency. So it looked a good risk to reward buy, and we took it. Okay, you get some erratic candles, but it's blue. Okay, we've exhausted, but I just buy it basically. Stop back behind this level. I could easily get to 188. So the pound actually is offering good risk to reward. It's already moved on the AUD and obviously on the NZD. It's done really nicely as well. Nice big blue, going way higher. I just buy it behind second level support being my stop. The one that I'm waiting for it to really soar on is GBP CAD, which we're going to go and take a look at, and just a few more USD and yen pairs. Right, on GBP CAD now, obviously we've seen, a lot of big moves that are in kind of motion. This one for me, this one that's going to get in motion. And if we look at it, big trend down, up we come. We're just on that 20-day moving average, which has basically held the move all the way down. Just a brief poke above it there before the tumble. But now we get through that 20-day moving average, and we're not too different in terms of price tonight. 170, then 175. So you're coming into a big trend that could potentially get in motion. I love the look of this pair. And she's blue, but she's still not through it yet. But I've got a feeling should see a big move to the upside. What else can we look at? Look at the USD SGD. This is another pair, very influenced by China. What's going on? USD's made a nice move up. It's a buy on a break higher. We're only at 138.50 here. We're going up, in our view, to 144. So a long way up. Stop just needs to be behind there. Big trend, buy the breakout. In my view, I think it looks a good trade. It's a pretty gentle moving pair, but longer term, I think it could do really well. These are euro proxies, and these are a buy. This is the Czech krona. It's a risk currency, and you do get a nice move up, bit of retracement, nice move up, exhaustion of the up move for the time being, but the trend is generally up. It's a buy through here, okay, and it's going up a long way, 23.50 at least, I think. So up here. So it's going to give a 4-to-1, just buying a move higher. The other trade that's correlated with it is the USD PLN, similar type of setup, but the Czech krona is probably the better looking of the two. Here's another one that's moved a lot, but it's worth a buy on the breakout. Yeah, no retracement whatsoever. If we get through there, going up to 15.50, that's a long way up. And okay, I've got to stop there at the moment. If we break out, I'll probably bring it up behind that candle of 14.80. It's a commodity currency as well, the ZAR. It's been hammered. It's going to get hammered even more, in our view. Last couple of pairs. There's the NZD JPY. Nice move. Basically 400 odd pips to where we are now. It's 500 plus earlier on, but we're looking for a lot more. We've got to the first target at 68. I'll remove that when I do my update. 60. Yeah. key off this level here, stop behind there. The big fundamentals, they're going to rule this pair. Yeah, yen, well, I've just said it really. In terms of the other two commodity currencies, yen just so bullish. Last one, NZD, CAD, a bit like AUD CAD. CAD's strongest commodity currency. Come back. Where could she go today? 83.30 we've got. Okay. Few hundred pips so far, but hopefully more to come. So yeah, really, in terms of since my last video, I haven't really changed my view too much. But in terms of, if you're new to trading, high volatility is what you want. Try and stick with the big trend. Okay. And you can get the pullback like you could here, for example, just put a small trade in, but never be afraid to go for breakouts in big trends. That big fundamental picture, it could change. Okay. But the minute, safe over risk. I know it's simple, but it's working well. And I say this a lot in my videos. All these traders who go around saying they made 50 pips or 30 pips or 100 pips, try it in the real world. It's very hard to do. You're better off to be going for those big trends. Okay. You can see our trades, obviously we list them out each day in the member center, not doing anything complicated, which I keep stressing in all my videos. It's having a big picture, very simple technical analysis, and basically just following, what is a simple process. Anyway, that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me. As per usual, we'll update. I won't update as much the week going forward as I have this week, because I've got a few things to do. But the weekend we'll probably be looking at how these trades went, and hopefully we'll get a decent result. Anyway, thank you for watching me as per usual. Take care. Have a good day.